The next mantra is the only race that exists is the race within. When I was younger, I was in track, and I ran the Junior Olympics, and my coach was an Olympic coach, and he had said to me, listen, every single time you're running, I notice that when someone gets close to you, you turn your head. He said, you hear their breath, and you turn your head, you're winning. And you turn your head, what are you doing? You're going to lose the race. And so here I am in the Junior Olympics, and I'm running the 200-yard dash, and I'm winning. And I hear this breath behind me, and I turn my head. And not only did I lose the race, I fell down and lost the race. I tripped, and I fell, and I lost the race, but that was such a metaphor for life. If you're busy looking around at what everybody else is doing, you're not focused on the race within. The race within is being the best version of yourself. That's your race within. Being the best version of yourself every day, being better than you were the day before. Looking in that mirror every morning and say, show me what I'm not seeing. Let me peel back another layer. Let me stop blocking myself. Because, coming into the next mantra, you will never get over the outer roadblocks until you get over the inner ones. Those outer roadblocks will stand firmly in place unless you get over the inner ones. I have people come to me all the time and say, Jen, teach me how to start a business. And I said, well, before you can start a business, I need to teach you how to have the right mindset of success. Because I could give you every tool in my toolbox. I could give you every contact in my database. And if you do not have the mindset of success, you will be like, it'd be like using a hammer as a screwdriver. And you will constantly have obstacles. So until you get over your inner roadblocks, the outer ones will stand firmly there because you will be a victim to them. They will be your reason for quitting. They will be your reason for saying it didn't work. I tried. Instead of saying, what is within me that's causing these roadblocks? What am I creating? What am I thinking that's making these things happen to me? Anytime things start to happen that are going away from the direction I would like them to go in, I stop and I think, what am I thinking that I don't even realize? What is in my subconscious that's creating this? And then I figure out how to make it different. The most successful people work on themselves first. That's another mantra for you. The most successful people work on themselves first. They dedicate time to their businesses, yes, but they work on themselves first. The second they wake up in the morning, throughout their day, they're mindful. At the end of the day, they're reading, they're educating themselves. They're not wasting time doing things that aren't productive for their growth. They're invested in themselves to be the best version that they can be. The next mantra is, I only have good days. It's a funny one, right? Because I get it. We don't only have good days. But if you have the mantra that I only have good days, and you can wear it around you, have it on your Post-it notes, by your computer, you can put it on your mirror. It reminds you. Put some humor into life, right? I only have good days. When my one daughter was 5, she looked at me and she said, Mommy, I was having such a bad day. And I thought, at 5, the drama, at 5. And I said to her, you know what, honey? You keep saying that, you know what's going to happen. She said, more of a bad day? And I said, exactly. You'll have more of a bad day. So you need to hit the mental reset button and reprogram that thought. She said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, something like, I only have good days. The opposite of having a bad day, right? So she began to imitate me and said, I only have good days. I only have good days. And as she did it, her twin sister rolled over her foot with a scooter and she said, Madison, I only have good days. And she looked at me and she said, Mom, if I said that I only have good days, then why did she run over my foot with a scooter? And I said, because you didn't believe it yet. In every cell of your soul, we're tested constantly throughout life of how we're going to handle our reaction versus our response. Would you prefer to react or to respond? React is just instinct. Response is being in control of your emotions and thinking through how you respond to somebody. You get so much more out of every single communication when you respond to somebody versus react to them. The next one, the next mantra, is another one that I call my momism. You must learn to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it goes into facing those fears. So learning to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets, right? So putting yourself out there constantly in situations that are uncomfortable, not necessarily facing the fear. The fear is the big leap, right? So if you need to work into that big leap, facing the fear. For a lot of people I know, it's going to networking events by themselves. Such a fear for people. I don't want to go by myself. Well, if you go with somebody else, you're going to talk to the other person that you already know, and then you're not going to network, right? So you want to make sure that you're putting yourselves in situations that you're uncomfortable so that you grow and become comfortable with it. The next mantra is, what if and why not? When I was launching my Butler Bag company, everyone told me that was in the industry that I looked up to, women do not want function, they only want fashion. And I thought to myself, wait a second, I'm a woman and I want both. How is this possible that everyone doesn't agree with me? And so had I listened and I had backed down from their advice and not listened to my intuition, which, by the way, is your powerful tool to tap into every day, I would have given up on my dream, and I don't know if I'd be standing here today, quite honestly. Because that path of launching that company became so much of a path of who I am. It became a springboard to all the things that I'm doing today. And I finally, instead of defending my idea, I said to the person across the table from me, what if, just entertain this thought for 1 second, what if women do want it? And what if it changed the entire industry and you had a chance to be a part of it and you said no? Then how do you feel? And what I did is I changed the entire power, the entire dynamic of the conversation. And I got them to see possibilities. What I realized is we in life are taught to tell everyone why something won't work. What if I fail? What if you succeed? What does your life look like? That's what you need to be picturing every day. That is the empowered mindset. That is how you have power to go forward and to be a leader. Leadership is not shaking hands and looking into the eye. Leadership is an energy. It's an excitement. It's an enthusiasm. It's a power that you harness that other people think, I don't know what this person's got, but I want to be a part of it. That's leadership. To have an empowered mind, it becomes who you are. It's not just here, but it resonates in every cell of your soul. It becomes the energy that you project to other people. It becomes the power that you lead by in everything that you do. We want to be taking our power and giving it to others in a way that inspires them, not gives our power away.